Welcome to my first video where I'm really speaking. So I want to speak about this. This is the Traxxas UDR. It is at the time a while ago while it is released. But I bought it just this last Friday, and I must say I really love this truck, because I had a Slash, and the problem of mine is, as if you know my channel, I really like some scalers, such like trail finders or Galande 2s, but I also like sometimes to hit the throttle, just drive and don't care about where are you going and how fast are you going. Just put a battery in and drive a half an hour and have fun. So I came first up with a Slash, but the Slash was, in my opinion, it wasn't to less scale, in my opinion. So the first thing is, if you put a Slash body behind or up on the Desert Racer, you can see it is a huge difference in length and width. And the problem with the Slash I had was, I had a Orion brushless setup, and every time I run it, I can't even run a battery down, because before it was down, the car was killed. So broke, drive shaft or whatever you want. And now with the UDR I have none problems. It was just one problem, the front diff had a material fault, but I'll replace that. So on time it's just rear wheel drive, but when I first drove it, it had the 4-wheel drive, and this thing drifts like heaven, man. Also with rear wheel drive and the Traxxas stability system, it really works perfect. So you can hit the throttle fully and the car don't slide beside, it just throttles and goes straight on. So I really like how this car is working, and also I like the way of the suspension. You see, it's a really big way, also at the back. I really like that. And also, compared to the Slash has in front and rear normal suspension, and in the back a rigid axle. But I like this much more, and the UDR has here a planetary gear reduction, so the rear axle is turning a little bit slower than the front one if you have 4-wheel drive, cause of if you drift, it pulls the back in, so the back will follow the front axle. So it works just great. It's so cool to drift. But I had to make small things, cause I wanted to make it a little bit more scale, and so I colored some shocks and battery compartment oils, and also down here the fuel cell. You can better see this from the bottom. I painted the whole fuel cell, and also back here you have some, I think check is that. I also painted that, and here I added another kind of check to it, just for the scale details. And I really like the thing, they have two completely functional tires and a functional drive shaft on this car. I really like that. The only thing I had to say now is the thing that the body is dripping out down here. So I glued a little plastic piece under it, and now it seems to hold. But also here I have, on the body I have overall some small stuff which isn't really nice to look at. But after all, I like it really much. I will load up a running video soon, I think. And yes, I really love the UDR. Especially you can also run it without body, just as a kind of tube frame desert truck. I really like this car. It is so cool looking it over to go over obstacles and stuff like that. I really like that. I can only say buy it. It's a really good car. It's fairly expensive. Yes, it's expensive, but if you have 6S power in this, it's so cool. I must say I have not the standard motor. You can see here I have modded it, but this motor has the lower kV rating, the Poseidon motor. It's really long, the Traxxas ends here, but the Traxxas has a higher kV, so it runs really pretty much faster. But this has some more torque to it, so you will accelerate much faster. And I really like that, but the problem is if you brake too hard, you may break parts. But I really like this setup with 6S. The motor keeps cool and the ESC also. And I like also how the battery packs are mounted in here. So they're like in here, and I think it's one of the best battery compartments. It's not, how I call it, it's not a, you can't change the position of anything, but if you look at, Traxxas batteries fit perfectly. I use Traxxas original and these Weightronics, and you can put them in, they just slide in, and you can close that, it holds. You plug in, finish. I really like that battery pack, especially if the batteries are really safe in that, because this plastic seems to be really good and shock absorbing. So you can see it's sturdy, but I haven't made the running videos now, so you have to wait. But my opinion is this car is just so great with all the scale details. It drives just like a real trophy truck. You can add more. If you look the videos on the Traxxas website, man, that's so a nice one. I really like that. So guys, that's it for now. I wish you